everyone, JSGC here, and we're here for another Manchester City video, doing another transfer update, and of course we'll be speaking about the FIFA transfer non-ban as it is. So we'll be speaking about that in just one moment. Before we crack on with this video though, make sure if you're new around here and you're interested in enjoying the content, make sure you press that red button, subscribe, press the bell, put your push notifications on. Aiming for 5,000 subscribers now. We're just over 200 subscribers away. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Make sure also you go and check out my social media links, which you can find in description below and popping up on screen for my Twitter and Instagram. Make sure also you leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video, and also leave your thoughts in the comments below, because I'm always interested in what you have to say. So we're going to crack on with this video first and talk about that non-ban that Manchester City have received. So the big news with regards to that, FIFA announced just a couple of days ago that the investigation into Manchester City's dealings with young players, in particular the academy that they were bringing players in, particularly from the continent over in Africa, when they were bringing players in, Manchester City have been found guilty of doing that, but Manchester City have been handling the case very well according to FIFA, and Manchester City have also been corresponding with FIFA and admitted to their guilt on that, and because of that FIFA decided to give Manchester City a fine of 375,000 Swiss francs, which works out at just under £320,000, somewhere between 315 and 320,000 pounds, which kind of small change to Manchester City's owner. But biggest news, no transfer ban, which means we're free to sign players now for January, so the upcoming winter window, and also into next summer. So if Leroy Sane was to leave, we're free now to replace him. We haven't got a transfer ban there. If City want to sign a centre-back as well, we're free to sign a player whenever we want, either in the window for the winter or next summer too. No ban for that. So that is good news. I was under the impression there was also an investigation going on into the transfer of Jadon Sancho. I don't know if this has been included in that or not, but that might be part of the ongoing UEFA investigation into Manchester City's handlings along with financial fair play, which we're still awaiting a result of that and a possible Champions League ban. But at least at this case, with the players being brought in from Africa, coming into the academy that was going into, I think, over in Denmark, was it over there, but where City are having the academy? I don't know the full details, but it was just signing under 18 players, and something wasn't quite right, and from 2016 the rules changed. Manchester City obviously then didn't do it from 2016, so it's not the most serious of crimes. Of course, Chelsea are upset at this moment in time because they were found guilty of that, and then they were given a transfer ban. Apparently they've been signing more players, and I know quite a few Chelsea fans that are upset by this, that they've got a transfer ban, but Manchester City haven't. But yeah, I think that's something for Chelsea to go and sort out rather than for Manchester City to sort out. I think that City not got away with one there, but I'd say it's a positive result for Manchester City to have the transfer ban. Of course, Liverpool's had this in the investigation, I think a couple of seasons ago too, where they were given a fine, no transfer ban. But I've known Spanish teams signing under 18 players and be given transfer bans, so swings and roundabouts. I'm happy City's got away relatively light there. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. So in terms of the transfer updates, not a lot's been happening over the last few days or so. Certainly no ins. I'm not expecting a lot of in news, if I'm completely honest. Perhaps with the transfer ban not hanging over Man City's head, might get linked with a couple more players between now and the end of the European window. I do not know. I've seen a couple of rumours just floating around, but trust me, they are just rumours. They're just completely unrealistic, and it's just not worthy of me putting in the video because there's just not an ounce of truth. So we've got some other little bits of stories coming in from the outs. First up comes in the form of one of Man City's newest signings, Pedro Porro. He's now signed for Real Valladolid on loan for the season, so wish the best of luck to him. They've reading through the Twitter on Real Valladolid, they seem very happy that they'd signed him, which is good. Very interestingly though, there's an option at the end of the season for Real Valladolid to be able to sign Pedro Porro permanently. Now he's signed for somewhere between £5.5 million and £11 million, so I'm not too sure how much money Real Valladolid have if they could afford to sign him, but City would want to profit, so I'd imagine they'd be looking for, if they're signing for 5.5 million, looking for at least a few £1 million in profit. I don't know how much money Real Valladolid's got there, but we'll have to wait and see. I found it interesting that they've put an option to sign him permanently, and perhaps Man City just see him as a player that we could send out to Spain on loan. If he does well, sell him, and then see how he gets on, then sign him back if we want to. I'm not too sure on the situation there, but there we go. Anyway, I just wanted to wish the best of luck to Pedro back in Spain and his loan at Real Valladolid. Like I said, the money is going to be used for Girona to be able to invest back in their squad. Girona, of course, part of the City football group, so City signed him and then loaned him out, so they've got some money there to go and sign some players. So it'll be interesting to see who they sign, and I'm also expecting Girona plus NAC Breda most probably to be signing a couple of Manchester City players at least on loan. It's still waiting to see which players are going to be heading out on loan, because City haven't loaned out anywhere near as many players as what we normally do, so I'm still expecting some players to leave on loan, including players like Alex Garcia, so we'll just keep an eye on that. Now, we've got an Eliaquim Mangala update, and it's our last update on Eliaquim Mangala. Now, as much as I wanted him to leave Manchester City to pursue his career elsewhere, and, you know, it's kind of stagnated his career, his move to Manchester City, it really didn't work out. I am quite sad because he's come like a cult hero at Manchester City. Now, he signed a 2-year deal with Valencia, no fee involved, so it's for free, so he leaves for free from Manchester City. Wanted to say the best of luck to Eliaquim on his move in Spain, and I hope he has a fantastic spell at Valencia. He signed a 2-year deal. I'm wishing him all the best for the rest of his career. Like I said, it didn't work out at Manchester City, but did want to thank him for all of his efforts and all of his dedication at Manchester City. Just wasn't meant to be here, but I am wishing him all the best, and it is a little bit emotional. Like I said, he's a bit of a cult hero. He's a player that's not really been utilised by Manchester City. He's kind of the forgotten man, the player that Man City never really wanted for the last couple of seasons. So yeah, quite sad that he's left. He's one of them players that, you know, you can find the right games for him to play, he'll really suit. I've always felt that he'd be good in a back three, you know, playing a back five and playing the extra centre-back. Having him mark out tall, physical strikers, very good at. Having him try and target technically gifted players, not his strength. So interesting to see how he does at Valencia. Found it interesting that they've passed his medical and deemed his medical okay. So I don't know where they're going to go from there, but he's a little bit injury prone. But they can get him back to his best, and you know, City brought him in from Portugal, and before City brought him in, he was an excellent defender. That's why we spent, I think it was 36 million pounds on him to let him leave for free. Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on. Another new Manchester City player, Ryotaro Meshino, that we signed, of course. Brought him in from Gamba Osaka. Got an update on him. Apparently, Hearts of Midlothian over in Scotland. Hearts are interested in bringing him in on loan. Now, he's currently training with the EDS team at Manchester City. Also, my understanding tells me he did get brought in and went into the development squad. So, I thought he was going to just be training with Manchester City for the season. So, getting targeted for loans and a move to Scotland and to Hearts, decent club as well. I think that'd be an interesting move. 21-year-old attacker. See how he gets along there. Now, finally, in the transfer updates, bit of positive news with regards to Leroy Sane, because he's all but set to stay at Manchester City, or at least for this summer, probably into the winter window too, because Bayern Munich have announced the cheap signing of Ivan Perisic from Inter Milan on loan until the end of the season. Of course, waiting to see what happens with Leroy Sane. Bayern Munich were assessing the option to see what they had available to them. They've drawn up some conclusions. They want to stay in contact with Manchester City to see how Leroy Sane's rehabilitation is going with his recovery from his ACL, his ligament damage that he's got. So they want him to be kept up to date with how his progress is going, to see if they want to make a move possibly in the winter window or into the summer. Their fear, though, is that Man City now have got basically a year or so now to try and talk Leroy Sane into signing a new contract at Manchester City. So a very telling year for Manchester City in terms of a new contract for Sane. If he doesn't sign a new contract, my senses will tell me that City will sell Leroy Sane probably next summer if he isn't going to sign a new deal. It won't be for anywhere near the 130+ million pounds that Man City were demanding. Of course, having 2 years left on your deal, you're holding the cards. When you've got just 1 year left on your deal and you're not going to sign a new contract, City can either see out Leroy Sane's contract and let him leave for free, or make some money out for him, which of course is what Bayern Munich are hoping for. They're playing a risky game though, because if City managed to get Leroy Sane tied down to commit his future at Manchester City, then his transfer to Bayern Munich for the foreseeable few years is all but gone. So we'll keep an eye on developments with that one. But at this moment in time, Leroy Sane is set to stay in Bayern Munich. Have even signed another winger, albeit on loan, which, read into that what you will, it tells me that Bayern Munich are hoping that Leroy Sane will not sign a new deal and not committing to sign a permanent player instead in that position. So there we go, that has been the video. Hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you happy about not having a transfer ban? Of course you're happy. What do you want to see Man City target now going into the winter window? Let me know your thoughts and well wishes for Eliaquim Mangala's move to Valencia too. Let me know your thoughts on them loan moves too. Make sure also, if you're interested, you subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, put your push notifications on. Got a video coming out tomorrow too, previewing the Spurs game at home, so if you're interested in that, make sure you stay tuned for that. And also don't forget, go and check out my social media links. You can find them in description below and popping up on screen for my Twitter and Instagram. Go and follow me on there if you so wish. subscribe over here, like, comment and subscribe, share video, whatever, do whatever you wish, and I'll see you all again for the next video. So it's been JSGC. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.